Welcome back to another McBeardy video. We're doing SpellForce, Conquest of EO. I think that it's supposed to be said AO. I have no idea and nothing to really go off of that. I just think that. So anyway, this is the third episode, and thanks for joining me on this track. We just went up north and we found a little area where we can hire some more apprentices. Oh, I didn't see this up here. This is cool. We'll have to check that out. But we'll have to go around to figure that out. But we just found a place where I can hire another apprentice. Once we get another slot, we just started figuring out what we want to do in order to deal with these guys coming over. I think that we might actually let them enter our domain so that we get bonus stacks of various stuff. Hopefully they can't come over and just wreck this hamlet. I guess that's worthwhile to see. These guys here are hanging out with us for right now. We have some wisps that we're going to, in a little bit, come down here to meld with the Allfire as part of our campaign, and at some point move over here to the militia outpost. But for right now, we've got this guy to deal with, and we've got a corrosion spell that we're going to put onto these guys next turn, unless they wind up fighting us, to reduce their armor just a tad. We're going to have to figure out how to get a little bit more gold because we've got a lot of unit upkeep right now. We have access to the Allfire flow for right now. So actually this is probably a decent time to tell you a little bit about this. So this, the Allfire is just this, I guess, some sort of, power thing that flows through this world, and it just comes into our little magic tower as we get various stuff, including but not limited to Allfire nodes. And we can direct it to give us various resources, such as mana, or research, or proficiency, mastery. We get more mana, that's pretty straightforward. We get more mana per turn that way. We do more research, we get more research per turn. It's pretty self-explanatory there. Proficiency lets us do a lot of different stuff. It increases our mastery level here, which limits the amount of mana that you can spend each turn on spells. So as the spells get more and more complex, we need more and more mastery in order to be able to funnel more mana into them so that we can cast them. As well as our proficiency lets us attain higher levels in the tower so that we can do more stuff with them. Not the least of which increasing our domain radius, our apprentice slots, and it obviously gives us these other rooms. So I like putting a lot towards the mastery here. The research is nice, but I think that getting that extra proficiency is going to be really, really useful. And actually, I think that we can put it such that we're not getting any more research or mana right now. We're just increasing that proficiency to get us to the next level so that we can get some more of that stuff going on. Although then the corrosion spell isn't happening. We want that in one turn. So I think that's what we'll need to do there. And then when we increase our level, then I'll put a little bit more back into the research. But that should be it for right now. We don't necessarily need to do anything with these guys. We don't need to do anything with these guys. So we're going to just end our turn and see what these guys do. Yep, and they're going to come over and they're going to fight us. They're going to fight us in our domain, which will give us some extra willpower, some extra armor, and some extra damage. We should be doing relatively well in this battle. We'll see. We'll see. So at least we start, as before in a lot of the other ones, the battle just starts and they're just, the enemy's already just moving on up. So they're going to come out to here. So this circle is going to be the kind of contested circle there in the middle.
Yes.
We're going to go ahead and put these guys on up. I wonder if summoning a barrier right here is going to be useful.
Yes.
I have 8 focus. So I think that spending 2 focus to put a barrier right there so that I can have guys on either side of this for this guy to kind of like be up in this area. We can give him the old wacko on either side of a barrier. I think that will be useful. We've got 2 ways to heal units, which will be nice. We're going to go ahead and return, auto guard everybody. They're going to be able to attack, I assume. Yep, hit the workers. In my opinion, who cares about that? I am cautious of what this guy's going to do. I hope that he just hits this barrier here. I think he's going to come around. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to use what we can to start dealing some damage to him. Oh, he does really well. He's got a lot going for him. 15, 14, 16. Yeah, those are some good numbies. Range penalty of 50%. So here's where those eyeballs really matter. So if I go up here, there's a green eyeball there, and that means that there's no range penalties. So minus 50% for a range penalty for 3 attacks. The math works out better to actually move up once and it only attack twice, but not have a 50% range penalty. As long as that the math that they're doing is the same math that I'm doing. Which, hopefully, it is. So we'll go ahead and do the same exact thing there. We're going to go ahead and move. Yeah, I think it's important that we come up and we attack here. And we start dealing a little bit of damage and getting some of these action points off of him, even though he's going to do a little bit of damage to them. I think that's going to be important. Whew, okay, they're hitting the apprentice. That'll be good, because he's pretty chonky. And he also can't die. If he does, then he gets revived at another place. With a spell or at his lodge. He heals in a 15 or in a hex radius, but it's only 15, and he heals 30. He deals more damage to these guys by quite a bit, but he heals a lot more. So I think that's important. We're going to go ahead and we're going to heal here, because I would prefer for my units not to die. These guys do a decent amount of damage to him. These guys probably do the least amount of damage, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit this guy with these guys, because they do the least amount of damage. If we go up there, we're still yellow. We're not getting that extra damage from not having a range penalty. So having 3 attacks back here as opposed to 1 attack by going up here to get that green eyeball is going to be a whole lot better. So we'll stay back here. Give him the old wacko. 7, 9, and 7. Not nearly as good as what we were doing. This should be pretty good. Do a pretty decent amount of damage. 7, 7, and 7. Ah, I knew it. 7, 7, and 7. And they're going to do 11 to 16 damage in 1 attack. That'll kill him straight out. So we don't actually have any chance of reprisal from them. So yeah, that actually worked out rather well, rather easily. In my first playthrough, that fight was... I think I just played it poorly, and it did not work out very well. Got a corrupted ruby as an ingredient. Kind of nice. Not an amazing ingredient, but hey, it is what it is. Okay, we made our little study. That'll give us some extra research points. And now we can corrode the... Oh, now they're gone, though. Alright, so we have not gotten to the next level of proficiency yet. We need a few more points in proficiency in order to get to the next mastery level, which is where we get the different levels for our tower, of which we need mastery 10. So we're going to close out. We don't really have anything to cast the corrode spell on for right now, so we're going to move these guys right along. What are these 2 wolves guarding? Anything? Nothing? These dwarven windweed. Oh, that's nice. They restore all movement points. But I think it's going to be kind of pointless whether I go here or here, because I'm only going to go here to go here. I guess then I would go back over here, but whatever. We're going to go and fight these wolves. Start battle. To battle. See, and it just starts. It's kind of jarring. But I will say, the game does look pretty nice. It is just it's a pretty game. You know, the way the English words work. These guys have an extra movement, it looks like. And for whatever reason, it is... it's assuming that we're going to do... Oh, I know why it's assuming. It's because it can't range attack, but it could walk up and smack him. So, that's, I guess, what they're assuming is happening. We're going to go up and we're going to do the exact same thing with these guys. We're going to give them the old stamp attack. These prowlers are going to run up. Give them the old whack. Get counterattacked. These guys are going to come up and give these guys the old whack. Reason why I went here instead of here is that then they can be double attacked by these guys. Don't particularly want that. So hopefully, yeah, they just fight over here. And we're going to have our shaman heal in this range right here. Right click and left click. I'm never going to get past that. It's never going to happen. It is never going to happen. So they have 10 life left. Yep, 16. As a minimum damage will do. Victory! We're doing the River of Souls. Right click, looks like we've got a level up. some extra damage on flanking attack, or an additional gold as loot after each one battle, which is pretty cool, but also I don't know how much I care about that. Of course, flanking attacks, I don't anticipate them hardly getting any flanking attacks, so we're going to do the gold. Going to close out, and looks like we got some ingredients. Ooh, some ectoplasm. Very aggressive. Twitching eyeball. Delicious. Twitching eyeballs, my favorite. So we're waiting orders. These guys, oh, and we didn't have to move anywhere in order to get there. So we're going to go up here to these stolen pages, I think. Oh, this is a lodge. This is probably this guy's lodge. So that's probably what's going on here. Oh, and it's an enemy spawner. Oh, well, we don't want that to happen. We're going to move on over. No, thank you. And, well, it's two people. Yeah, let's go ahead and I think we're going to move on over here. We have so little gold that it's... I think it's kind of important for us to do a lot of stuff with the amount of time that we have. We can give them some gold to join them, or we can admonish them for dereliction of duty, or we can impress them with magic. Let's go ahead and give him some gold. And he was like, oh, they're like, no thanks. A bearded man? A bearded man? Ah, bro, you hurt me. You're supposed to be on my side, man. You are supposed to be a kindred spirit with me. Let's talk about the fame they can earn. Well, you know, if you're gonna fight me, then that's the way we're gonna go. We got some cutthroats. They can throw some knives, which are not gonna be too good. Ignores armor, which isn't bad, but their melee is gonna be what is important. Oh, and some arsonists. Yeah, definitely need to kill these guys, these little punks, the cutthroats and arsonists. We've got 34 elemental damage to an enemy unit. So that does a lot of damage, but it is only one action, which is almost better for the enemy because I try to put myself in enough of a situation that it's not going to actually... that they're not going to be able to get many attacks out. Every round, magic snipers will hit 3 random units, dealing 15 white damage. Interesting. And then it's in my domain. It's a decisive defeat, even though I have 156 power and they have 121. So that's a little strange. And we can't retreat, so we're definitely not auto battle. We're definitely not going to auto battle, since it's going to automatically give me a defeat. See, and it's like, this is just... it's very frustrating. Oh, and those snipers that just picked random units picked all 3 of my units, of course. Resistance versus the damage type. Oh, but that's also melee, which we don't want to do. It's just out of our melee reach, so we're going to move on up and hit these guys, because we don't want their torches to be doing too much ouchies to the knee. These guys are going to be blocked, actually. They're going to come around this way, and they're going to be able to attack us if we go right here. But if we don't, then they can't. They're going to go right here and stop. They'll throw some knives at us, but they'll only have 1 action. turn. Oh, so they're gonna just throw from over there. Which is fine, because I think we actually outdamage them in our ranged form. They hit us again. All of those magic snipers hit us again. Either it's not random, or because of these. Okay, so let's hit this here with these guys. And these guys can destroy this barrier here. Perhaps. I guess not. Let's go here and destroy this barrier. Oh, I guess I didn't read the damage amount here. Oh, they're gonna come over and do damage to them. So when they say battle enhancement and they say 3 random units, they need to specify, and they need to say 3 of the player units. 3 random player units. Because I would never have taken this fight if this was clear. But it wasn't, so now we're stuck here with this. And I guess I wouldn't have not taken this fight. I would have had to take this fight either way regardless. But either way, they still needed to be clearer with that. But now we know what we're facing over here, so we're gonna come back with a full squadron of peeps. I gain nothing. Oh no! I really want to be able to hire hunters and wolves because I think those hunters are gonna be good. Alright, we've got 2 archers coming up. Coming in. So let's hire a shaman and some brawlers. Oh. Either fight or not. Well, I guess fight. Look at these things. Tier 3, huh? And some hunters. Level 3 hunters. Alright, well, let's see here. Hopefully I don't lose any of my dwarves. I like my dwarves. I would like to keep them, please. And then 2 ranged units. These ranged units are probably going to be honestly the crux of it, because these guys hit hard enough that we're going to want to kill them, but of course then we're getting pummeled by these ranged units back here the whole time. So they're coming up here. They've got this nice little barricade to stop them from coming up here in this fashion.
Hi, General.
Let's see what their stuff is first. Petrifying Gaze, deals some damage to an enemy, and it applies stunned. So it looks like they don't have any, like, these just does some damage. Okay, so it looks like they don't have any AoE effects.
Ready?
So we can move these guys over to be ready. Haha, because he said ready.
Yes.
We're going to go ahead and we're going to put a stone barrier. Where should we put one? We have enough focus in a turn where we're not doing anything. I think we should probably put
Yes.
one maybe here or here, so that way it kind of like funnels people in a certain way. I think right there, and that'll stop these ranged units from being right behind this in a nice little like alcove. Oh, I can do more. That doesn't end my turn. They have, how much focus do they have? They just have one cast of this for this battle. So stunned. Expires after one turn, and they immediately lose all actions. Okay. Cool.
Ready? Ready?
I think that'll be good. They're gonna stun someone, of course. They're gonna stun them. I think that's okay.
Aye, General?
I have the Goblin Shaman that can heal all of these guys. Which I think I'm going to do. That does end the Goblin Shaman's turn. Which I think would be okay. Because I don't... Let's see. They're stunned. Where are they going to move? Let's move them back here. Right click again. Never gonna get over it. It's never gonna happen.
Yes.
Yeah, moving one forward is gonna give us that non-ranged penalty. We're gonna do it.
Ready?
Moving right up here, I think we give us a non-ranged penalty. Yep. So we're gonna do that too. But this doesn't end our turn. No.
Aye, General?
Especially because we want to leave these guys open for healing. Oh no, and these guys have to come all the way around. Alright, we are going to make them hit us and waste their turn killing these dwarven workers. And these guys, of course, gonna open fire and not do too much damage to these guys, or these guys either.
Yes.
Making them be behind these barriers actually is working out pretty well. He's doing a lot of damage to these guys. Although 7, 8, and 8 isn't really that much damage in the grand scheme of things, but it feels good because it's so terrible as is
Ready?
normally. So we're gonna keep firing away. We could do another healing spores here, but then that would be it for the healing spores. We can move. Ooh, if we move right up here, hit these hunters, they're gonna retaliate, do a little bit of damage. We would still be able to do 2 attacks here. I think this is going to be important for us to do there. So moving up here gives us that full range to deal a little bit of damage. I think I'm going to need to guard. I should have moved up here. But we'll go ahead and we'll guard. See if they can't live a little bit longer. Get that little bit of extra distraction. Oh, probably not. They're gonna attack 3 times. Yep. And see, they get down to 1 health and then they die. I think it's because they're disordered. but maybe not. I don't know. So maybe they should have attacked. But these guys have first strike, so it doesn't matter.
Yes.
See, they have this unit always attacks first, so wouldn't have mattered either way.
Yes.
It's 12 to 18 damage, all said and told. 6 to 9, 9 to 12.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter. We're gonna have to attack him with 2 units.
Aye,
I
General.
think we're going to heal, well, 35, so if we heal for 15, it'll be the 32 with the healing spores, and then we'll heal
Aye,
them
General.
with the healing spores too. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to attack them with the Earth Shapers. And then the Healing Shaman will go ahead and heal up the group here. So everyone will be close to getting further on. It's -2 armor, but I think it's worth it for that extra little bit of healing. I forget exactly what this order does. It's just -2 damage.
Yes.
So a range penalty of -50%. Okay, so let's actually do the math here. So it's 6 to 8 damage per attack here. But if I move up here, it's 11 to math is hard, 16. So it did indeed do the correct math. It gave us, so 11 halved is 5.5, and so it gave us that extra little amount over. I know it's a little bit past when we normally go to, but we've gotta finish out the fight, of course. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hit these guys here for the full shebang. These guys here have a resistance to the damage type.
Aye, General.
Are they resistant to this damage type? Looks like it. If we move up here, we have no damage penalties to these guys. Did they still kill them? No. Even if they move up. So I think it's important for us to kill these guys. And then we can move up later to hit these guys. These guys for right now. Ooh, I wonder if that's a good idea. Let's move right up next to him. Let's assume no for right now. Well, let's see. How much damage did they do in melee? 12 to 18. How much armor do you have? 12 to 18. So that's 7 to 13 per attack. Yeah, that's not good. Let's go ahead and not attempt that fight. Yeah, that's gonna be way better
Yes.
in terms of damage. They're broken, so they have -4
Yes.
damage, which obviously isn't good, but that's okay. So we're at half of a green eye here. We're gonna move over here where we have a full green eye and can deal a little bit more damage.
Ready?
So 9 to 12, but we have half a yellow eye. Whereas if we go up here with one action, we can get a full green eye and uber kill him. It would have been nice to be able to heal this person, but that ends the enemy's turn. And we can spend as much time as we want outside of this healing up those goblin shots. Sucks that both my axe wielders and my workers died, but the Earth Shapers are still around, and they're probably the best to have live because they're a tier 2. +1 speed or +5 health. I do like the speed, but that health is going to be way better because 35 health is nothing. It is nothing. So we're going to go ahead and level up the Earth Shapers here. And give it some more focus. Ooh, or some gold a day. Ooh, gold a day. How much does first aid cost? 2 focus? So we can give them an extra time to do first aid. Oh, man. They already can do first aid twice. I like that gold a day, I think. Alright, and this is the most important level up because he's going to stick around for a little while. Kind of no matter what. Armor, focus, or he can harvest stuff. Yeah, I don't care about the harvesting stuff. I can always get people with that later on, I think. Oh, and yep, here he goes. We can equip him with stuff. He already has a lot of focus. He can, of course, summon barrier, but for right now, that's not that cool of a skill. And doing that 4 times is way more than enough. He might get some cooler skills down the road, but for right now, I think getting this extra armor is going to be way better. Okay, we searched through every room. Oh, everyone hated that. Everyone was not a fan. They feared he would become their equal. I must study this further, no matter what the circle thinks. So it looks like I get a little bit of a lodge. Oh, and in this... Oh, man. This is extra level stuff here. So we go over to the Guardian, go to Room Blueprints. Rip your tower from the ground and levitate it freely through Fiara. So as I was kind of like viewing some other gameplay stuff, that was something that I saw happening, but I didn't know exactly how it worked, and it's just a spell, which is pretty cool, but not something that we need to worry about right now. This right here is just a little like quest dealio. So I guess we'll do that eventually. Oh well. We can always do the Flying Spire at some point. We could have corroded those guys, and that would have helped a little bit. Probably would have helped quite a bit. The axe wielders probably still would have died no matter what, but would have helped a little bit. We're going to go ahead and we're going to leave our mage tower in the ground for right now. And that's going to be it for this episode. We did quite a bit of damage into the world here. So we're going to build up a little army to take over this place. And we took over this place here, so we have some opportunity to kind of explore off over this way. And we're exploring this way. So, thanks for joining us on this video, this little episode. And I hope all of you stay beardy.